Hello everyone, Dr. Ash is here. Today there's a small discussion regarding why Primobolan, why Trenbolone. Why some bodybuilder prefer Primobolan over the Trenbolone and so on. First of all, if you like my videos and you want me to make more video, please kindly help my channel through the PayPal as well as the Bitcoin account so I can make more video for you. And beside that, I'm not advocating of taking any kind of steroid or human growth hormone of any kind, and if you want to do it, please do it at your own risk. These are only for the entertainment purposes, and I just share the information I have with you to reduce the harm that you can do to yourself. So all that has been said, let's get back to the process. Why Primobolan, why Trenbolone? Well, to be honest, those who going for the Olympia and for the technically for competition, they use everything, so that's a different story, and the dosage and all of that, I may make a video regarding that in the future, so don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss that. But during the bulking phase also nowadays, there are so many people that using Trenbolone. Back in the day, like during the Durian yacht and people like him, they were only put the Tren at the last stage, and they understood about the toxicity of it, and the dosage they were using was way less. It was around 75 to 85 milligram, 2 shots or 3 shots a week max, and it was around maybe 6 weeks out before the Olympia. So that was what they were doing, and they technically wanted to have more lean and more muscle and less water retention, and it was doing the job for them. However, they were smart enough to reduce it afterward. But nowadays, with more understanding of the technology, of the science, now so many people knows what medicine they can use to reduce the side effect. Therefore, now trends become part of so many people's cycle throughout the year, even before the competition, even for those that they don't want to the competition. However, there are so many sides that at some point make people give up on it. So those people now are so hungry for Primobolan. So the reason for what make them rush to the Primobolan. First, the short and easy answer. Technically, when you're using Primobolan, your gain is way less than Trenbolone. Technically, 1 ml of Trenbolone is almost 3 times stronger than the same amount of the pure test. This is the reality. It's a synthetic molecule, it doesn't exist in the nature, and it's highly prone to attach with the receptors of the muscle, and it's not only cause the protein synthesis, it cause the muscle to have more mitochondria. So increase in the power, increase in the strength, and also the size of the muscle is enormous. However, based on what type of Trenbolone you use, after reaching that amount of power, once you shut down the usage of the Trenbolone, the peak of losing muscle is very drastic. Means within 2-3 weeks you can clearly see what you gain, so much of it has gone. Again, that's also depend on the knowledge of the person who how use it and in what sense they use it, but overall, it's like that. However, with Primobolan, because it's way slower, the accumulation of the muscle is way slower. Therefore, once they reach the peak of gain with the Primobolan, if they can just mildly use some kind of PCT, the peak of losing muscle not as sharp as Trenbolone. So therefore, you're not losing as much. This is very important. When your body adapts to the weight, when your muscle adapts to the new size based on the time and exercise, losing that size is way slower if you gain it slower. This is a basic science. If you use Tren and gain 3-4 kg within a month, once you're done, the peak is very sharp. You're gonna lose almost all of it. However, while people using Primobolan, in the long term and they accumulate way less but dense muscle, the losing of that is way less than Trenbolone. Beside that, there are several things that make people give up on Trenbolone. Headache, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, enlargement of the prostate. One of the most difficult one is lymph leak, as well as the night sweat and lack of sleep. It's very common that so many people give up using Trenbolone because of especially lack of sleep and night sweat. Beside all other problems, this is the main that they can really affect, because the less sleep you have, the mood, and also Trenbolone has strong effect on your mood. So also your mood shift change, and less sleep, so you will be drowsy and tired through the day because of lack of sleep. However, Primobolan doesn't have as much as harsh side effect as Trenbolone has. Therefore, there are so many people that prefer to get much smoother mood, less water retention, as well as lower impact on the blood pressure, less cholesterol, bad cholesterol, LDL, and also smoother and better sleep at night. So all of this together make the people now become so hungry for Primobolan. If you want to know more about the Primobolan and you are willing to spend some money, means your question worth spending money, please don't forget to email me. Till next time.